Hi, I'm Julie Rowland with Network in Action, and I'm here with Dan Keck, Area President of Focus CFO. First of all, I'd like to thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this.
No problem. Okay, so Focus CFO, I get that's the name of your company, but you do fractional CFOs, correct?
Yes.
What the heck is a fractional CFO?
Well, many businesses could use the services of a CFO, but can't necessarily afford a full-time CFO. A fractional CFO is a CFO who comes in one day a week as a typical engagement and actually comes to the brick and mortar building and works with the company, works with the team, works with the leadership team to help move the business forward on a fractional basis. So the fractional part is you're paying for 1/5 of a CFO, we'll call it.
Okay, and many companies I know need that. As a business coach, a lot of times when I go in, that's part of what they're missing. Mm-hmm. So what does your ideal client look like? Someone who needs that CFO but currently doesn't have it.
Typical client is an entrepreneur or a business that's in the $2 to $40 million range, that it's not big enough to have a full-time CFO, but could really greatly benefit from the experience of a CFO and the knowledge of a CFO within the business.
Okay, so Focus CFO, you yourself do not go out and become the CFO for the company. You are a placement that you find the perfect CFO for their company. Is that correct?
I do two things.
Okay.
One, I look for CFOs who are interested, who are in the part of their career where they want to go from working full-time to working something less than full-time, but still want to stay engaged. And the other thing that I do is find the companies or match them up to companies that can use their services.
Okay. What size company usually is at that point that they need a fractional CFO?
Typically for us, it's, as I said, 2 to 30 million, 2 to 40 million. We have companies that work outside of that range. We have some startups that we work with, and we have some companies that are $100 million, but 2 to 40 million is a typical range.
And how long does a fractional CFO usually stay with a company?
For us, the tenure of a fractional CFO is typically about 5 years, just something short of 5 years right now. And successful engagement for a CFO is working to the point where, one, the business needs a full-time CFO, or two, the business is transacted and that moves on from the hands of that business owner to another owner, or maybe it's passed on to generationally.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah. So if someone out there is interested in a fractional CFO, how would they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
The best way to get a hold of me is directly. D.Keck at focuscfo.com, or through the company. We have a website that's a wonderful website at focuscfo.com that you can reach out to, or call me.
I know as a business coach, a lot of the companies that I go out to don't even know that this is an option. And once they know that it's an option, they need to reach out to Dan, because he really can take your business to that next level by having that fractional CFO in there. So Dan, I want to thank you for joining me today. You've educated me, and hopefully you've educated the audience as well.
Thank you. I've learned a lot here, and I appreciate the time.